Movies and entertainment take all sorts of forms. Even since ancient times, plays were categorized into comedies and tragedies. According to Barsom and Monahan's textbook, Looking at Movies, a film can fall under three general forms: a narrative movie, a documentary movie, or an experimental movie. One example of a narrative is the film Little Big Man, directed by Arthur Penn, starring Dustin Hoffman. A narrative tells a story. Little Big Man embodies this in the most literal sense, since the entire movie is an account of Jack Crabb's life. The movie opens and closes with 121-year-old Jack as he tells his life story to a curious young historian. Jack Crabb's life has some serious twists and turns. The story is set in the West and is classified into the Western genre. Barsom and Monahan tell us that a genre is a subcategory of a narrative that is characterized by certain aspects, themes, and ideas. They tell us that in a Western genre, the Western protagonists often embody both sides of the genre's thematic conflict between wilderness and civilization. Westerns have many characteristics and themes, but often an overarching theme is the tension between the wilderness and the encroaching civilization. Jack Crabb embodies both the wilderness and civilization because as he grows up, he is torn between two cultures, that of the Indians and that of the white settlers. Film critic Roger Ebert agrees that Jack Crabb embodies the Western protagonist. Ebert says, Jack Crabb touches all the bases of the Western myth. He was brought west as a settler, raised as a Cheyenne, tried his hand at gunfighting and medicine shows, scouted for the cavalry, experimented with the hermit life, was married twice, survived Custer's last stand, and sat at the foot of an old man named Old Lodgeskins, who instructed him in the Cheyenne view of creation. However, Ebert complicates the statement by saying the hero is no hero at all, but merely a survivor. He looks, listens, remembers, and survives, which is his function. This seems to go against the traditional idea of the hero archetype. Nonetheless, Jack Crabb's adventures take him through a myriad of different incidents. In this way, Paul Titara compares him to the classic film character Forrest Gump. He says, like Forrest, Jack is a chameleonic everyman who stumbles through pivotal moments in American history, always surviving when many others die. He's also brimming over with a sense of humanity that's beyond the reach of people surrounding him, unless they're Native Americans. In an interview by Cineast with Arthur Penn, he is asked whether the film is sympathetic to the American Indians. Penn responds positively, saying, yes, and in that sense, it's what Thomas Berger, the original author, wrote. The comic style also clearly comes from Berger. Barsom and Monahan declare that Native Americans in the Western genre are both ruthless savages and noble personifications of dignity and honor. Berger's humor that the director is referring to is the fact that he is taking the genre and flipping it on its head. Instead of making the Native American savages, he makes them important characters to sympathize with. This tongue-in-cheek humor is riddled throughout the film, giving it the comic feel that motivates the storyline. Even though Little Big Man is considered a classic in the Western film genre, it is a movie that bends the rules and alters the audience's ideas of what is expected in a movie.